Hey, this video, I don't even know what to name this video. I really don't. Today my friend Marcella, who's also the lady with the, who's also the girl that told me about the tarot card reading guy, it seems like it's the magical thing. And if you're watching this, Marcella, hello! She comes to me, she calls me, and she goes, hey, I really need to get hold of you. And I go, whoa, in trouble. She's talking about, something's in trouble, my uncle's calling me, we need to go. So, she comes over, we head over to her uncle's house. Her uncle's like, oh, it's not us, it's the house over here, our apartment over here. So we go to the apartment, and he kind of fills me in a little bit of that. It's a guy who's in his, really, really old, and has, he thinks that he has a curse upon him. It's pretty much what I got. We go there into the house, and the guy explains. He's in his mid-50s. He explains in many times, over and over, in details that, he was perfectly fine. He had money. He had a family. He had his ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife. And he had a kid, and everything's fine. It's just the problem is that they had, he wanted to move, and she didn't want to move, and that's how it broke the relationship up. And the last thing that she said is that, you will never forget me, I'll make sure of it. And he kept on implying that over and over and over again. And I was like, crap. So I kind of felt out his energies. And I've kind of felt him out, but I can't really place down, like, yes, you are cursed. But I did feel like something was against him. I was like, there's something affixed on him. Something against him that's ill-wished. I was looking at his aura, and his aura was perfectly fine. It was, not saying that I'm best at auras, not saying that I see a perfect aura. But it wasn't just his aura, it was just his atmosphere. I shouldn't say aura, because I'm not really a big auralist. Auralist? Is that how you call it? Auralism? Is that how you call it? But I felt like something was across him, like mud. Like something was on him that wasn't right. And then he described to me that he's been, every time he looked for a job, it pretty much, every time he finds a job, they pretty much just stop. They pretty much just cancel him out. They don't fire him, they let him go without causes or whatever. And this has been going on for 18 years. And that's when his wife left him. It was 18 years ago, because his son's 18. Which is really unusual for a male taking the kid and leaving, and the wife leaving. It's rare occasion. And mind you, my friend Marcella, who's Hispanic, who's from Mexico, I'm starting to see this. I have nothing against Hispanics, I have nothing against Mexico, I have nothing against them. But I'm starting to see this very frequently, that that certain characters amongst them is really living in the whole 15th century, you have a curse, and the only way you can get rid of this is you hop over a chicken and pee on a dog and slap your mom. I don't get it. Why? So when I questioned him, have you came across anyone who was willing to help you? And he was snapped right instantly, told me this detail. He went down the street from here, and it's not this one particular shop. There's this one shop I really hate. I refuse to go in there. This one shop, she pretty much, frankincense. She calls them church incense. And you can get them at the Mexican store. You can get them at the Mexican shops or stores around here for like $1 in those little baggies I saw you on my Wicca findings. She was charging them, and I know she got them there. She was charging them $5. She charged me $5 for the whole bag. For a little, I swear to God, half an ounce worth of frankincense. I don't like her. I periodly just don't like her. I don't like her husband. I don't like the business. Every time I go in there, I feel like there's something, it's just, I feel like a thief. Not me, but I feel there's thieving going around. Anyways, he went further down to the ghetto place, 162nd. If anyone lives here in Gresham, you know 162nd here. Burnside, Division, Stark, and Halsey. It's iffy neighborhood. I wouldn't say it's safe. he went there and he spent $500 on this reading, and this guy read him, said that yes, you have a curse, and told him that he can cure it, he can remove it. I have the power to remove anything, I have the power to create anything. Pretty much calling himself superior God. So he gave him $500, and he was under the impression that everything's going to be fine, and nothing. The guy didn't do nothing. The guy didn't give him any candles. The guy didn't give him any oils. The guy didn't give him anything, any herbs. Didn't try to cleanse. Didn't. The only thing he did was read and said, you have a curse and give you $500. That's pretty much what it came down to. So he came back for another visit, thinking that he can get himself a treatment. And when he came back, it was another $600 or $700. Sorry, $700. Anyways, it all calculated up to $1,300. And he kept going there, visits after visits, to ask, where's this guy? Because afterwards, the guy never showed up. The guy was in Beaverton, next town over. The guy was in an astral mission, in a former sense. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not here. I'm up in La La Land. I really hate characters, and I'm starting to see it really amongst certain communities, especially this community. I'm starting to see it very frequently that they're still stuck in the 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th century of old magics and stuff that's, I mean, mind you, I'm not saying they're not real or not, that they're not real practitioners, but they really stick to the old ways. And really, some of these characters are just taken in for money only. And it's not just geared towards Hispanic community. It's in many communities. It's even in my community on the islands. But I'm starting to see it here, because I live in the neighborhood of Hispanics and yada. I'm starting to see it more. And I'm like, God, Jesus Christ, I can never, ever just, I'll never ever cure this situation, through everyone's situation, but I gotta help this guy. When I'm sitting there, see a man who is 55, and seeing his wife, who's in her late 40s, and seeing his 2 kids, and seeing this guy break down, almost breaking down in front of me, like literally was just broken, crying to me, and then he's saying, I don't have any money. He thinking that he's going to spend the same amount of money on this guy that's going to spend on me. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I would not accept. I don't care, the comments, what's going to say, oh yeah, I bet you would. Not even in a joking matter. I don't want those comments if it's a joking matter. I would not accept $1,300 from this guy. When someone's coming to you for some spiritual issues, or magical issues, or curses, or hexes, and fisting things, or, no, and just some issues about, like, spiritual stuff, and, like, financial problem is one of the things, the very first thing is not to take money. What I was going to do with him is that I was just going to cleanse, this is my plan. After feeling his energy, it was him only. And we came down to, we were calculating down and stuff, and it's someone in his apartment that dislikes him because he was successful, he was happy, he had no problems, and it's just all of a sudden this, they point at this character, and I really don't care who she is or who he is. I don't care. Let them work their energies, let them waste their things. My plans is to cleanse him, because I see that they're going to break him down, break his family down, and break his home down, and break as much as out of envy or jealous, whatever mission they have. I'm going to cleanse him, cleanse his house, protect him, protect whoever's in the house. Each person gets protection. And then I was going to do a little spike jar, or kind of like a witch's bottle, but I call mine spike jar on this one for this type of issue. It's a spike jar full of needles, tacks, and stuff like that. It's kind of like the witch's bottle. It's called spike jar. And you put it near your house, or you put it close to your house in this way, and it's like a landmine. Anything comes towards you, any person, any energy comes towards you, spike. It was stab it, destroy it, cut it, whatever method it does it, send it back, whatever. And it's just a jar full of broken pieces and spiky stuff that you can cut your foot and hands on. That's what I'm going to do for this guy. Whatever money that he's going to give to me, I really don't care for it. I'm not in it for the money. Donations are accepted, like how I'm going to explain this to him, how donations are accepted. I will not accept anything more than $40. I just thought about it just recently, and I said $40 is just enough. or less, or nothing. I don't care. But I would not expect anything more than $40. 0 to 40. You pick the number you want, and that's it. If it's $2.38, it's $2.38, whatever. I want to fix this up for him. So on Tuesday is the day of the full moon, the night of the full moon. I want to go there, fix this guy up, make sure he feels safe, and then I'm going to go do my full moon ritual and everything, and the whole cleansing, grounding, yada, the whole chain. But yeah, that's just the experience that I'm feeling right now, and this is the experience I'm going through, and I'm kind of scared. To be honest with you, I'm kind of scared because this is the first time I actually come across a bilingual method, come across with someone who's against him for no reason. Usually I know who the practitioner is. Usually I find out who it is. Usually they tell me it's the person that's against them. For this instance, no. It's kind of a question mark. A mysterious man. A Jim Carrey character. So, that was a Batman reference if you didn't know. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing, people. And thank you. On Wednesday, I'll give you full details of what's going on. Till then, guys, bless a berry. Sorry for that creepy face.